Hello friends, and welcome to the first balcony garden video of the 2024 season. We're starting with some planning and seed sowing in the beginning of April. If you watched my 2023 balcony garden recap video, you might know that last season was not as successful and fulfilling as I had hoped for it to be. But we're taking this as a challenge to do better this year and see what ultimately works and what doesn't. I got the seed calendar from my parents last Christmas, where every month you get info about a plant that can be planted in this exact time, along with the seeds. Amongst them are, for example, chili, tomato and herbs. I also got the seed kit with veggie seeds especially for balconies. I've been keeping a garden journal ever since year one, and of course I'm also taking notes on what seeds I planted this season. Discovering the point where it went south was a therapist who opened up. Here's all the seeds and material I need to make some containers. I collected empty toilet paper rolls and takeaway coffee cups to reuse for seed starting. I'm cutting into the toilet paper rolls and folding the pieces at the bottom to make little pots. Last year I ordered several blocks of cocoa coir, which is suitable for seed starting, so I put one of the blocks in a bucket with water to rehydrate it for use. Next I am folding the tiny pots as I described and made a bunch of them. I also cut up the coffee cup into 2 pieces and poked some holes in the plastic cup. Now everything's ready to be filled with the cocoa coir. Oh, and I also had one empty oat milk container lying around, which I cleaned and cut out one of the front parts. I'm starting with that one and fill it with the soil. In there I sowed some romaine lettuce. Since lettuce seeds need light to germinate, you only cover them lightly or just press them into the soil. It's always gone too fast, like a trip. Next, I filled the small paper pots I made. The life of James Dean, it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. I planted cucamelon, different flowers and tomato. I kept all the containers on the domes and near my kitchen window and took the domes off when everything sprouted. You have to keep a close eye on the humidity though, because mold can form easily in these warm and moist conditions. A couple of days later, the lettuce was the first to germinate, and since the weather was sunny, I took the trays outside for a couple of hours. The existing plants on my balcony, like this mint, also started waking up for spring. of James Dean. My little maple tree was already showing its new foliage and my azalea from last year started blooming, although the plant lost quite a big part. In the small wooden bed, the celery I planted last season was still going strong. I kept it in there all throughout the winter just to see what would happen. The one surviving kale plant next to it was about to go into bloom. Something new I built myself from a balcony garden was this bird feeder house, because I know how important it is to feed the wild birds all year round. I started building it in December of 2023, so let's go back in time so you can watch the process of me making it. I first thought of the way I wanted the little house to look like, and grabbed some wooden boards at the hardware store and had them cut into the size I needed there as well. If you know me, you know that I'm not much of a perfectionist and I also get a little lazy from time to time, so I just improvised the whole process without thinking too much about it. If you see me making mistakes in these clips or would have done it differently, you can let me know in the comments though. I still love learning, of course. It's just my way of making things. I need to plan a little bit and then be hands-on immediately. That way, even though I make a bunch of mistakes, I learn and figure out what to do better or differently next time. I hope you understand what I mean. So as I was drilling holes and putting the base together, I enjoyed a glass of alcohol-free wine and seeing my idea take form. I should have put more thinking into attaching these little wooden posts, but I found a solution that worked. As the last step for that evening, I put the two boards for the roof together, and look at my imperfect little bird feeder house now. I was super proud because I made this all by myself. A couple of days later, I coated everything in weatherproof wood glaze and repeated this a second time after 24 hours. In the final step, I screwed the roof onto the wooden posts, and now the bird feeder house was ready for its first visitors. A jay passed by multiple times, and I have also seen a robin and a wren, making me extremely happy that the birds accept my humble offering. I still need to attach a construction at the bottom to secure the house on the railing of my balcony, but for now it works like this. And that's it for the first part of my balcony garden series of 2024. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'm excited to share more of this journey with you soon. How has gardening in 2024 been going so far for you? Let me know in the comments. Have a great day, take care, and goodbye.